Are you serious? Are you serious? Get some coffee. Everybody calm down. But Hurricane Florence is for real and is the first major hurricane of the Atlantic season, and it's headed right for Bermuda, and then it looks like the east coast of the United States. Before I get any further, though, let me put a shout out. I promised I would the next 10 days. Noble Gold Investments. If you're retiring and you need somebody to help you with your 401k and what to do with it and how to diversify it, contact the Christian company. They're a Christian company, a family-owned business. Go ahead and contact Colin Plume over there at noblegoldinvestments.com. They'll help you with your retirement needs and how to manage it, how to put it into whether it be your IRA or your 401k. Let them help you. Pastor Begley is just trying to get people saved and warning you about what's going on with this hurricane. And let's talk about this hurricane. Florence is the first major hurricane of the Atlantic season, and it's really powerful. It's a Category 4 now, and it is forecast to push real close, if not a direct hit, right on Bermuda. It would go head right on toward the United States East Coast in a direct path at this moment for the Carolinas. Now, after forming near Cabo Verde Islands last weekend, Hurricane Florence became a powerful hurricane yesterday afternoon. It is a Category 4 monster. And while Florence is likely to fluctuate in its strength due to hitting sometimes cooler water, cooling it down, slowing it down, and other times stronger water or warmer water, giving it energy, it does have a projected path that the hurricane will hit some very warm water with low wind shear this weekend. It could become a Category 5. The wind shear is the increase in wind speed and change in wind direction with either increasing altitude or over a horizontal distance. And an area of high pressure over the central Atlantic will bridge the westward and join with an existing high pressure near the United States East Coast over the next several days, fueling this storm, which could become a super hurricane. Matter of fact, this is a dangerous situation. We need to be praying right now for Bermuda because they're definitely in the direct path. Then the question is, what will the hurricane do? After Bermuda, it's either going to go right toward the Carolinas or it's going to hook and go north and may head right for New England. Or it could hook real sharp and go away from the East Coast. But right now, there's a 60% chance it's going to go for the Carolinas. All right? And we really just got to pray, folks, because according to the reports and the models, this high-pressure area remains strong. Florence may complete its 3,500-mile journey over the Atlantic and go right into the east coast of the United States, somewhere between the Carolinas and New England sometime next week, about Wednesday or Thursday of next week. So we've got to watch this thing. First of all, pray for Bermuda. They're in the direct path of the storm, and its current estimates are correct. Florence will be in the Bermuda waters by next Tuesday of next week. An east to northeasterly flow of cooler air will bring rough seas and serve from Virginia to Massachusetts beginning this weekend. However, this will not be directly associated with Florence. So those of you from Virginia to Massachusetts, you're going to get some bad weather, and it's not even Florence. These swells are propagating outward, will build northwestward to 1,000 miles ahead of Florence next week. The swells will make for rough seas all along and well off the U.S. coast, Bermuda, the northern shores of the Caribbean islands, and south and southeast facing shores of the Canadian Maritimes. What? Canada? The surf may be especially hazardous since most lifeguards are not on duty past Labor Day weekend. So don't go in the water, okay? Also, there's some potential for significant beach erosion in lieu of a direct strike. And while it is too early to change plans, All interests in Bermuda along the east coast of the United States should closely monitor the movement of Hurricane Florence over this weekend. Get prepared, okay? Get prepared. There's no question about it. If you're a property owner, you need to prepare yourself, okay? And I'm really praying and hoping to God this thing will just hook all the way out and leave us alone. But Carolinas, seriously, Carolinas, please get ready, okay? Because right now you have the highest probability after Bermuda. We're praying for everybody out there. I got a lot of wonderful online church members and followers and subscribers of this YouTube channel and our ministry. We don't want you to get hurt at all in this storm. So our prayers go out. God bless all of you. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. We are certainly living in the last days. Jesus said there'll be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. Now we got an asteroid that's going to go scraping by the earth late on September the 9th, just as the beginning of the Jewish New Year begins, Rosh Hashanah, all right? Just as it begins, as the sun is setting in Jerusalem, sometime late September 9th, this asteroid, which is asteroid 2018 RC, is going to go scraping by the earth. It's supposed to miss us by 0.58 lunar distance. That's way too close for comfort. And it's a potentially dangerous asteroid that's 42 meters in size. I'll be back. The Bible says there'll be these signs are in the stars, and it says, and the sea and the waves roaring. And men's hearts have failed them for fear, for they're looking after these things coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Here's the good news. Then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. When these things begin to come to pass, he said, look up, lift up your head. Your redemption is drawing nigh. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're in the last days.